And with logic as sound as Logitech G, we do have a winner here. Pretty clear and concise, but it was a much more volatile showing. Almost like one was singed there in the end because it became such a close manner that, in fact, the match ended in a brutal way if you were on the losing end. Isn't that right, Chad?
Well, everyone gets burned in life at some point.
Okay.
Sometimes actually burned. But in this game, no one was actually burned. No one was hurt in this Counter-Strike match, as far as I'm aware. I don't know, maybe people raged at home. Some mice could have been thrown, some monitors could have been punched. But that's all speculation, Trace, and we try not to do that here. We just want to look at the cold, hard facts. And I've been saying this, I think Heroic looks the best when S-Tag's at the top of the scoreboard. I don't know why I'm so behind this guy as being like a star player. Maybe I just really like the movement or his approach to the game. But once again, he's towards the top of the scoreboard, and they got a victory. Now, last night when they took those 2 maps off of the Ninjas in Pajamas, he was at the top again on this same map. Maybe he just really likes Mirage, but it needs to be something a little bit more consistent, because when they flipped over and they played Nuke, it was actually Mertz who was carrying the show for Heroic, and he was more down towards the bottom of the scoreboard. We know that the frags don't necessarily tell the whole picture, and that is the case because there was quite a few saves coming in a lot of scenarios. But for me, it's that 5-round stretch at the start of the second half which really was like the winning factor, because you know that teams love to force buy, right? And we talk about the force buys on the CT side. I always build this point. If you do go for that force buy early and you're unable to do enough economic damage, you're not able to get enough kills on the board, and you can't carry across your armor and pistols to the later rounds to do even more damage, what kind of happens is you go into the first gun round low on utility. So it's, you remember in Counter-Strike, it used to be if you lost pistol, it was 100% of the time you'd lose the first 3.
There's no conversion.
Exactly. Now, it's kind of, if you don't win the force buy on the CT side of certain maps, it's almost like you lose the first 5 in my mind, because you're going to go into that first gun round with low utility or low weaponry. You likely lose that one. You have to take an eco, and then we go into the 6th. So that's just something to consider. That's more of a general Counter-Strike thing, but that definitely played a factor here in this game. Yeah,
and more often than not, you're exactly right, Chad. That is the storyline, or at least the way a lot of matches shape up. People talk about losing that anti-eco round going into the second round, and it sometimes bodes disaster for some teams. We see entire matches flipped on their head.
Well, there are a few reasons as well, because you think about the CZs getting purchased into these rounds. A question mark that comes with those is, sure, it's a great pistol, sure, it's considered to be overpowered, but unless you're actually converting that round, you're not actually getting a lot back in your pocket, so to speak, because the kill reward for that is only $100 dues. It's not 300 like you get with a P250.
100 didgeridoos.
Didgeridoos are the thing you play. Dollaridoos is our currency in Australia. Have you ever been
to Australia?
Yeah.
Twice, I think. 3 times?
So you've had those Dollaridoos? We've been there twice. I am Sydney, and you would have been there for the event that we did in Melbourne, the Crown Casino.
Which was also ran by ESL.
And you lost to Immunity.
Yeah, that's enough of that story. Anyway, let's move forward into a story that does matter. Mirage actually becoming very close. And you talk about on the heels of an anti-eco, this, that, and the other. These are all little nuggets in which this whole thing could just turn around.
It's just more that stretch of rounds. If they're a little bit more competitive there, we probably had an overtime game on our hands. But when you look at this, both teams have better T-halves. And you kind of consider that more so when it is the scrimmier style. We saw the basic execute coming out, we saw the trading, but this style also allows a lot of multi-frags. You have to think about that round with S-Tag in that first half. The trades went in the favor of Fnatic on the bomb side, but then in transition, he gets 3 big AWP kills and locks them out. So, look, when you watch Astralis play, the contrast is you may get 1 kill, but you're instantly traded. When you watch these guys play, there's a lot more room. It's a lot more exciting, which doesn't mean it's better, but there's more wiggle room for multi-kills to come in and more sporadic, more fiery types of matches. And that's why it was so close.
Rather than just on the back of good team play, you're talking about these guys getting rambunctious, argy-bargy, if you will, in the server.
It's just a little bit more individual, right? And that's not necessarily a problem by any means, you know, individual style of Counter-Strike. I'm talking about, I use Astralis as my bar. I use them as the highest, as the top of the mountain in terms of pure Counter-Strike. These other teams, they filter into these positions, but they just don't have that same level of teamwork. Their communication is never going to be as good. I think to know, we did big up Scream about putting himself in the shop window, but he really didn't have a good performance. Maybe that is the communication thing.
Chad, I have a razor-sharp question for you, all right?
Okay.
In the history of Counter-Strike, the most influential pistol is what?
Do you mean the gun itself?
Like the most influential pistol in the game of Counter-Strike throughout all iterations.
Oh, the Deagle.
My goodness, he is right on with that. We actually have a special clip prepared here. And while we do that, Chad, I'm going to let you think about the best Deagle player you can possibly think of throughout any version of Counter-Strike.
Okay.
But we do have a version of the Armory here, which in case we're going to go over the Deagle. And I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Something Israeli is hidden here in the Armory, a place where Schwarzenegger himself would feel at home. With its high learning curve and amazing damage, it's one of the most beloved guns in the game. So let's open up and see. This semi-automatic handgun fires bullets the size of a small fist, almost, and is affectionately dubbed the hand cannon due to its massive 50 caliber rounds. Anyone who has ever tried to use a gun in-game will tell you it packs a ridiculous punch, but it's exceptionally hard to master as well. So let's witness this brutal pistol up close and personal. Boasting the largest center-fire cartridge of any magazine-fed, self-loading pistol in the world, this heavy-hitting handgun is used by Polish and Portuguese elite forces, which is a testament to its reliability and power. Welcome to the Desert Eagle. The Deagle only has 7 shots in the magazine, making it a high-risk, high-reward gun, as you can take out multiple enemies in a matter of seconds, or you can miss all your shots and die. But it really shows its worth in eco rounds, as it does 63 damage and has the 3rd highest armor penetration in the game with 93.2%. That makes it a $700 one-shot headshot gun, whether opponents are wearing a helmet or not. And this is coined the weapon's very own CSGO term, the 1D. But damage doesn't come without a cost, and this means it has a high amount of recoil. It takes a decent amount of time for the gun to settle or reset after each shot, which potentially exposes a carrier. But with its fairly low cost and its high damage, it's a necessary gun to master as a pro CSGO player, as it gives a struggling team a chance in rounds where opponents carry high damage assault rifles, snipers, or SMGs. But just how the Deagle works, I'll show you now. It's time now to show what the hand cannon is capable of on the map, The Mirage. First off, our CT player will jump into the window area to hold mid. A terrorist with no armor pushes out and gets killed instantly with a headshot. Now, an armored terrorist does the exact same thing, and, well, he still gets killed with a headshot. And that truly is the strength of the Deagle, its one-shot ability. But it's not easy to use the Deagle because its recoil is so high that if you shoot it too fast, it's definitely uncontrollable. Therefore, you need to take your time between each shot so every bullet counts when you use the Deagle. And if you do miss a shot, well, something like this situation might happen as a terrorist pushes up ramp and you want to hold that angle. So summing up on the Deagle, it's an important gun to master, it's a hard gun to use, and if you can't hit those headshots, you will have a hard time using it.
Behold one of the most iconic weapons in CSGO, the Desert Eagle, aka the Deagle. This monstrous pistol is available for purchase on both teams and only costs $700. It does have a few downsides, such as its small magazine size and the high recoil when fired repeatedly. However, it does an immense amount of damage, capable of killing enemies with a single bullet to the head. Due to this, it always sees play among the pros, and the ESL New York 2018 tournament was no different. During the group stage of Na'Vi versus Fnatic, Flamey from Na'Vi showcased some excellent usage of the Deagle. During a semi-eco round, only equipped with the Deagle, no armor, and no grenades, Flamey played to the pistol's advantage. He chose to hold a very tight angle where he didn't have to move or spray and only shoot one bullet at a time, keeping his aim intact. He was able to challenge the Fnatic players despite them having superior equipment, all due to his positioning with this pistol. So therefore, when using the Deagle, always position yourself accordingly, and for the love of God, don't spray with this weapon.
And yes, we're joined by these two who probably have used the Deagle once or twice in their day, but that was really well done, Chad.
Yeah, that was a fantastic video there. I think, you asked me to think about some of my most iconic players with this. We've got a couple in the server screams, known to have some good Deagle highlights. Lekro used to be a Fnatic fame. He's quite the good dealer himself. But the best Deagle player that I ever played against was a guy called Secure. And he played 1.6, and this was about 15 years ago.
Okay. I actually remember vaguely playing against this guy in a server one time. It was like XX420 Blaze It or something. He just had an insane Deagle. Of course, he was spinning around a lot. So it was
really
real
quickly?
strange. Yeah, it was like really rapidly spinning around. He never missed.
You spec his POV and it was like upside down.
It looked a little strange. The clock was actually going awry.
Oh.
Pretty strange, honestly. But anyway, that has absolutely no bearing on what we're going into now, which is Dust2. That is going to be the last map between these two teams in both Fnatic and Heroic. And apparently, we should probably go ahead and talk about that, guys. This is creeping up on us.
Well, here's the thing. We did see Heroic yesterday against North on this map, right? And there was actually a lot of scrimmy plays coming out. Towards long, Freiburg got picked off a couple of times. One that sticks out of my mind was even through the smoke to AZ. So they need to make sure that they're locking down that part of the map. That's integral. You can't really be having floating around in that scenario. And that's how the CT side can get, I guess, manipulated economy-wise. We did talk about the highlight with this team, that they can have that double AWP going at some point with S-Tag and Mertz. One towards A, one towards B. That's a fantastic way to find opening kills. And when they did find those opening kills, they found success. So should be able to pick off the Fnatic players in a similar sense.
And you like success, and that's why you can game record and stream without compromise on the Intel Core i7 at the very minimum. And i7 is what you need at home to make your gameplay faster and make those shots register just precisely. And to talk about shots registering will be these two. Let's kind of get your thoughts and weigh you in, and perhaps where we're going to be going here on Dust2.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know I think S-Tag and Mertz are going to work like brilliantly here. S-Tag's been hitting some fantastic shots thus far. He's been I've thoroughly enjoyed watching him on that secondary AWP. You know, Mertz, you know, maybe even sometimes maybe feeling a bit underwhelming in comparison to what we've seen from S-Tag. And then you look over at Fnatic, you know, I think it's all like a bit up in the air. I mean, I'm not entirely convinced. Like, Scream really didn't have the game of his life just then, so I'm not really sure how I'm feeling heading into
Can I interject here, Trace?
Absolutely. Actually, I would love that. Please, go ahead.
Look, I don't think we can put any expectations on Fnatic at all. If they grab a victory, they've overexceeded expectations, right? Because they're just, if Scream's staying, that's very interesting first and foremost. But I don't think that's going to be the case. But you guys actually commentated these guys on Dust2 yesterday. Did anything stick out to you, Hugo, from the in-ice position?
At least for Heroic, Freiburg was very aggressive and long. Hopefully we'll be seeing a little bit more of that on the CT side. As you kind of mentioned it, playing around the edge of the smokes, etc. So if he can continue up with some pressure, I think he was the top fragger for Heroic when they played that map yesterday. So it'd be nice to see a little bit more of that. Some nice old Swede-on-Swede action, Harry. As we head into this one, it is the second map of this series. It's going to be Heroic Fnatic, and I couldn't be more excited to be here with you, Harry, on my birthday. I'm a very happy man.
Yeah, dude, I know you sound it. You sound very into it, dude. I mean, yeah, I'm a big fan as well. You know, it's great that you're here on your birthday. You know, you've just turned 15. You wouldn't believe it, but you know, what an accomplishment. I think, you know, the youngest caster there is, really.
The fact that I've made it this far with you without, you know, somehow having I'm just not going to get on that rabbit hole. Without having enough of you, we'll go with is impressive enough. But we're into this one, Harry. It's map 2. Heroic map up, as Chad
like
said.
I'm about to get called out, really.
Yeah, right. As Chad said, despite the betway odds that are favouring Fnatic, which does make some sense in terms of individual talent, but not as a team at the moment.
I mean, I just don't think you can ever put. I mean, I think Chad was bang on, right. Like, what expectations can we have of this Fnatic roster? You know, Scream, he's not gelling fantastically. You know, now it's a bit awkward because you got 4 Swedes, but not quite 5 Swedes. You know, like it is going to be an interesting one. Anyway, Hugo, look, piss around's underway. We can hypothesize all we like, but the proof is in the pudding, and you know,
boy, am I hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just famished, and we're getting into the pistol round, Hugo. Crims, he's over here on short, and he might be looking a little bit, you know, a little bit hungry as well.
Head in your hands, Harry, and I don't blame you. That is awful. Wow, who would make a hunger joke? Yeah, fast long play from Heroic. Not so fast, quite slow, in fact, the opposite. Freiburg, he's pushed up in the B tunnels. He's got to watch out. There's 2 players here. He'll remove one of them nice and quickly. Exist falling back off long. He gets flashed off the angle. Heroic are already up to this A site. And S-Tag has a utility as well, so that can go out for the deep CT smokes that we sometimes see Heroic throw. This is it. It's not going to be the normal long cross smoke. What this does is it cuts off anyone in the spawn or coming off the B ramp to actually fight back. So let's see that as it falls on down. They're actually going to go for a fake. Look at the bomb. It's rotated through the T-spawn. Did that smoke just go into the ground below the map? I think it did.
I don't know about that. We'll wait and see, but it might not even. Ooh, Scream! He loves a one-tap, he does. Gonna manage 2, but that's going to be it. Well, he had in the tank, but that might be more than enough. We're into a 3-on-3, and JW, the bomb's fallen at his feet. He's a magnet for it, and now it's S-Tag left in a 1v3. The bomb is very far away, and there's only 15 seconds left for poor little S-Tag. There should be absolutely no way back into this one. 10 seconds and counting. JW and Scream, they've really pulled a number here on Heroic. And he's going to be allowed to get to the bomb. He achieves his dreams. If he goes down after the timer as well, everyone's hiding. They're waiting, and now they kill him after the timer. That is disastrous. S-Tag going to go down. He's only got $100. That was perfect from Fnatic.
Oh, poor S-Tag. Well played, though, from Fnatic, again, to have the discipline to not actually peek out before the time expired. That means he gets no loss bonus. He's back down to trash money. Not to be confused with cash money. Scout up on Modi here. We've got the same story for Twist, and everyone else force board up, so it's not a big problem. S-Tag's just on the Glock anyway. This round would be a bit of a formality normally for Heroic. These pistol rounds are very hard to win on Dust2 in terms of the force buys, especially on the T side, because you can't always dictate the range at which you fight. Such an angle like that, Crims is definitely going to be favored over the CZ, for example. He's going to take down Modi nice and early on, so man advantage there taken for Fnatic. And Mertz, he wants a trade, but he's a bit high up. He's giving a lot of his body up for the taking. Won't get taken down, just dropped in terms of health. JW mowing a couple down in the middle. It's just a matter of time here for Heroic. When will they fall? Not will they fall. And Fnatic make quick work of them. 2-0 here on the CT side. The start they need as well, Harry, after losing that previous map. It was very close, yes, but a win for Heroic is still a win.
Yeah, I mean, still, Fnatic off to a very good start back on Mirage, if you recall. You know, there's these guys have been good at getting started. It was, of course, Heroic, though, who closed it off. And it's not about who starts the war, it's about who ends it, Hugo. So they're off to the first two. The Glocks over in the top of mid. Ooh. Oh, no. Okay. Players falling. There's not much HP across these guys, so it should be an easy clean-up for JW. And indeed, it is. This man, mop and bucket. He cleans up all the lower tunnels there. Third round for Fnatic. But now the buy comes in.
And there's the AWP already for Mertz. We saw him save half his money on that second round to actually allow for this buy. Did not fully commit. Whacking the head armor, but it won't be the end of the world. 2 AWPs on the side of Fnatic. They're pulling this in very early, so it seems like on their T side they are less keen to pull in the AWP, as they did not on Mirage. But when it comes to the CT side, absolutely no fear with running the double AWP, even in the first buy round, where you don't even necessarily need to do that. Let's see if this has too much effect for them, because Heroic, they might not be ready for the exact buy that Fnatic have pulled out here. Crims opting to go with a Deagle over the M4 because of the one-shot potential here on short. Just taking a pop shot, falling back. He's blind, though. He's got to run fast because they're on his heels, chasing, nipping. Heroic just establish a short control and hold off for the time being. While Fnatic, they give up long.
The big green gun on the screen right now. It's going to be Mertz backing in towards our tunnels. Looking like this could end up in a B play. 50 seconds left on the clock right now. The real worry here is this man on your screen, JW, 9-0. We're going to try and reach double digits without a death in the server as players get ready to come his way. JW will be tested here. He put down the AWP for a while, and now he's donning it once again and looking better than ever. There's maybe not the peak of a lifetime. He hears the footsteps coming his way. That Incendiary stops them for the time being. The smoke's down, but that's enough to send Heroic packing as S-Tag. He's opened things up down here in middle. They're going to divert their attention back towards A.
No.
And as they discover exist in the top of mid, they're going to start now to blitz their way towards this bomb site. Only Crims to try and deter them. And he's got so much to do, so many bodies to find. He's going to roast in the fire and flame. JW going to try and go for the jump shot, and he's good. Sadly, no luck not on his side. That's the round. Just Scream left up, 1v3.
Yeah, that's 100% worth it if you're JW. There we go. Modi realized. Yeah, definitely worth going for that jump shot for JW. You hit that shot, you win the round instantly. But unfortunately, as you said, the RNG was not on his favor. Yeah, this is a smoke thrown a couple of rounds ago. This is Crims fighting here. I thought this was from earlier, but no. Crims only able to get one caught in the Molotov. 3-1 for Fnatic, but after losing only one round, here's the loss of the double AWP, Harry. The money is gone for the CT side. JW's already been removed, that one AWP that they actually purchased into this round. Mertz thinks they've crossed, they have not, but luckily enough he wasn't killed when he was off that corner angle. So the orb gets pulled back to the site, Twist now has it instead. Fnatic, I mean, Twist has to hunt for kills here. Twist cannot afford to play passive unless he's already done with the round and choosing to save. He needs to try and open things up, but there's already a man in spawn watching that. Smoke down, Twist gonna get shot through it. That is an insult to injury.
Yeah, this right now, not 300 hertz Mertz. This is ultimate ego, dirty Murty coming into the server. Here's Scream with the AWP. Not normally an AWPer, but he's going to be sticking around. Has retrieved a smoke as well, so he can now look to maybe deny this this push if it does look to come on in. There's players down in mid. No one keeping an eye out for Fnatic. The 2 players in position on short. One of them Crims, and he's incredibly fast. Asilian, suddenly, where have your team gone, mate? 1 versus 2. Bomb on his back. 45 seconds left to play around with. In Heroic, they might let this one slip right through their fingers. This should have been their round to win from the outset. Mertz grafted for that 2-man advantage, and now Scream and Crims have thrown absolutely everything into question. It all falls on the shoulders of this one man. Asilian wrapping up through short. The man who leads this squad with an iron fist now has to try and slam down the gauntlet here in the 1v2, and he has found Crims. The lack of armor, the aim punch, not enough time to readjust there. It's Scream 1v1 now to try and secure Fnatic their first round.
And he stitched the AWP as well. He's gone for the AK instead. Asilian's planted long. This is perfect. He even has a Molotov for the bomb if he can get that far. Going to need a strong thrower's arm. But he may not even need that. The problem is, I mean, if you want anyone to try and take this fight, Scream with a headshot angle needing to find this kill, he's going to be the perfect person for the job. The smoke, meaning Molotov cannot go down, but the wide peek from Scream will not work out. Cillian ready for that one, and Heroic, they get it, Harry, but that should never have come so close.
No, it certainly should not. I mean, it was in all fairness, there's a few nice shots from Crims over on short with the Deeg. Couple of quick shots as well from Scream with the AWP. But ultimately not enough. Still, any 1-man surviving for Heroic now gives pretty big importance. Oh, that was a collateral and the 2 players down in.
Ow.
Down in Suicide, yeah, with the scouts. JW getting a great return on investment on that already. This is a big round because, you look at both teams' economies right now, neither of them looking very good. A loss here does mean your eco into the next. So, effectively, weighted as a 2-for-1. Which, if you're Heroic, if you can start to get Fnatic hurt, you can start to break down that CT economy. That's what gets the ball rolling and allows you to start to snowball some of these rounds your way. Dust2, a very snowbally map in that sense.
Patient play for Heroic. Twist is going to be in a very difficult position here because not only has he not got the best gun for the job, but he's got no teammate here to help him out. That drop may have been heard. I think it was. They've got their sights on the pit there. Freiburg needs to be ready for this one. He certainly is. Spray there, and it will connect. Twist is dead. So the man advantage now taken for Heroic, and they exist. White strafing out on short will not be able to find the kill. Heroic have at least given up the fact that they are committing to this A site, but they've gained 2 kills at the cost of none. Only a lot of health lost. And this is just getting from bad to worse for Fnatic. Another man dropped. S-Tag's going to find himself a 3rd, and Scream, he's even on the flank, too far away to stop this madness.
Okay, he's able to get Freiburg, but now they know where he is. It's like moths to a light bulb here. His Scream is all the way back in T-spawn. He's going to go down, and yeah. Moth memes are very popular at the minute, actually. You seen any of them?
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I like moths. I like a moth meme, but not now. It's just too many. Moths aren't that funny. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. We just had, the voice of...
A moth?
The man, the moth, the legend, Matt Hoving and Ari, letting us know that...
Moth Hoving, mate.
Yeah.
Fast, long play.
My ray of light at the end of the tunnel anyway. S-Tag and Freiburg, though, they've opened up this round, Hugo. And now, just Crims and Scream left on up.
Probably going to be going down. Oh, there's the smoke. Very, very good smoke. Crims, he's going to peek through it anyway. Ascillion will take the kill. And with that, the round is done. It's Scream again, Harry. Long way away from the A-bomb site. And Mori about to cut him off if he walks through this tunnel. Oh, no, just kidding. Timing. Oh, he looks back. It's okay. Mori finds it. And Fnatic again. I mean, this is exactly what you alluded to earlier. A good start. They got the 3-0. What's happened since then? They've just been bodied.
Yeah, no, I mean, they have. There's just no denying that. You know, it's been a lights-out performance from Heroic as well. But it still has another buy on the horizon here for Fnatic. Double AWP's going to be the answer, they think, at least to this Heroic problem. Although a quick change of pace, and this could be the perfect counter. This double AWP setup. Scream has to try and hold his own, but he's flashed off the angle. Modi, the man to open things up, and now Twist desperately trying to dance on in and help out. And he's doing the dance. Indeed he is. He finds that burst onto Freiburg. Twist still hanging around looking for his slice of the action. The rest of the guys come rotating in now as well. Still yet to go down through the smoke. S-Tag manages the kill, so we're back into even odds. Fnatic knocking on the door of Heroic, but the bomb's gone down. Now they're into a 3-on-3 in this retake.
Yeah, not just shutting the door, but smoking it off here. That's going to keep Crims out for another 15 seconds, and they don't have time to waste. S-Tag's even gone for the boost to try and grab a quick head over the top of the site, and he's going to have to fall off after the flashbangs come in. He's fully blind. They won't check the corner. One man's already in the site. Exist gets in. The shot's going to connect, but it won't find the kill. JW eventually gets it with the AWP, but they're being wrapped from the door. There's still a player close, and Mertz is already defending from the back of the site while Modi walks through. Heroic slamming Fnatic down outside and inside of that B-bomb site. 5-3 now. Will this streak ever end for Heroic? They should put on some clothes.
Yeah, you know a lot about the birthday suit. I see that you've been wearing yours today. So
I mean, I almost forgot to put on a shirt earlier.
That is true. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to take that. This is genuinely the truth. You ran in topless, ready for a death segment. That would have been, saucybyron.com.
Don't make someone register.
Some content for that. But yeah, no.
That's when your Byron burgers just get nice and mayo-y.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
Like, this is all a bit much.
Yeah. Well,
there's a bit of an undertone here, Hugo, and it's not one that we'll explore much more. Instead, speaking of exploring things, this B-bomb site is one that's been explored and conquered by Heroic time and time again. The Danes, or the Scandinavians rather, have their flag firmly planted inside of this B-bomb site. For Fnatic, it's just another situation where, what can you really do? They're going to try and take a peek in, take a look, be a bit curious, I guess, but you're not anticipating it too much done, although maybe. I mean, you start to write them off, and oh my goodness, Twist.
What?
Look at him go. How's this happened? How has this gone down this way? Freiburg only catches one on the cross. Now Mertz has so many angles to keep an eye on.
No.
Fnatic, how have they been able to get back into this round? It's only Freiburg left. They're on the defuse, but he finds one through the smoke. Freiburg, time's ticking down. He has to get them off the bomb. They're sticking it, and Freiburg arrives just a couple of seconds too late. Fnatic, they managed to steal the round out from underneath Freiburg's nose. And just like that, they break the streak. They find themselves a fourth. Oh, you count them out, Hugo, and you just cannot do that with these Fnatic boys.
Oh my god, literally so close. Even lines them up as well for the final couple of kills, but they had the 10-second defuse going the entire time. Great work from Twist and the rest of Fnatic with those pistols. They put on some serious damage. Now, as a result, they've got everything they could have hoped for and more. Apart from the rounds, they've got 4 of them, but Heroic's still in the lead as Fnatic don the double AWP again. Switch up a pace, it seems. Heroic have already thrown that close short smoke. Crims responds with the Molotov. Trading back and forth. Burning time, money, and short. Twist is even here with one of those AWPs, those lethal snipers. So Heroic, they've got to walk right through this. He sits on the car. The smoke is down in CT spawn. That's going to cut off Crims, who's trying to rotate off of that middle position. Twist gets tagged through the smoke as well, down to 40. Crims, he's going to have to back off here. He can't afford to overcommit and be exposed to the short and site players. So Heroic are allowed a plant in a 5-on-5. This should be a retakeable round for Fnatic. They have the kits, they have the nades, but Heroic still have so much manpower, and they can even back off the short, play that bomb, and that's a position that Fnatic are not coming from in the post plant. It's
ticking down, and Fnatic on the clock. That tag onto I believe it was S-Tag Mertz chiming in with one more, and the frags all going the way of Heroic. It's only Twist left alive. There's so much on his plate, and this man's not hungry for any of it. He's going to back away. There is a player hunting him down, but he's going to at least find Modi. 6th round for Heroic. They're going to be answering straight back. They know that they shouldn't have given up that previous round, and it's a it's a straight return to domination from these guys after a brief hiatus. Twist is at least allowed to get away with the AWP at the very end.
Oh, so I just saw a message from Rush, and you know that smoke that they threw in CT spawn like 5 rounds ago. It actually did go below the ground. It actually glitched and broke, but they didn't catch it on replay. Replay it was crashing or something. So.
I didn't know smokes could just
Yeah,
go beneath the...
it's occasional. I think it's due to the uneven ground of like dust, right? It's so uneven, and they must have just clipped below it. That's unfortunate. But luckily, it didn't matter. But this does scream 2 Deeks down middle. I mean, we mentioned he might need to come back to life if Fnatic have any chance of winning this map, and that may be exactly what they need. A bit of life breathed in to the CT side, and Scream, he's not done just yet. Modi will not spot him, but has he heard the footsteps? That's a no. He's not turned around. Scream has crept his way in. And with 3 players in the tunnel, the only problem is the fact that Heroic may take A before these tunnel players are even challenged. So they may have all the map control to work with, but Heroic is sneaking their way up long in the meantime. It's a game of timing, and JW will catch Modi moving back into the tunnel. This is going to make matters worse now for Heroic, because Fnatic still don't know this is an A play, and Heroic still don't know that Fnatic have 4 players on the B side of the map.
At this point, you imagine they have to know, right? You look at that man over all the way up through mid. I think that's Exist, and he's cleared all that. They've cleared out tunnels as well. They have the idea that no one's there, so by process of elimination, they know it's going to be B, and they've snuck Exist into the back. Keep your eye on him. If he wins this fight, that would have been massive, but now the bomb can get planted for long. Mertz just has to sit back and play the pit position. 2 players going to be wrapping them. One of them going to be Scream. He's the first man in, and Mertz holds his own. Will he expect the second, though? Very uncommon to hedge your bets this much and stick both players over at long. Mertz has absolutely no idea. He's going to go down, and now it's just Freiburg. 1v2. And time ticking down. He's tucked himself away in the bomb site. Twist able to line that up nice and easy as Freiburg's looking the wrong way. Fnatic picking themselves up a 5th round. Very convincing stuff there. Great openers from Scream.
Yeah, I was about to say that was all down to Scream, right? His double kill in middle not only puts him in a 5-on-3, but also allows 3 players to push into tunnel. It was completely uncovered from Heroic because they lost their mid players, and the only players left up were on the other side of the map, aside from Modi. And he was a fairly easy player to dispatch from JW. So 6-5, back and forth affair, Harry. It's been okay, Mertz.
It's like, you know...
I remember when this map first got added into the map pool again, and the first event that I casted with it was DreamHack Tour, and Mertz was playing with North there, and every round on this map, he would hit that shot. Whether it was a tag or a kill, almost every single round he would hit that shot. So it's nice to see him continuing it.
That's, you know, that's Dirty Murty for you.
Yeah. Wow, new nickname.
Yeah, he loves it. Trying to rebranding without his permission. But here we go anyway. 4-on-4, Hugo. And if you're Heroic, you've stacked all your eggs in one basket. Everyone's here at long. Over on the side of Fnatic, they have 2 players here to try and hold this off. 3rd man down in mid, but actually no one inside of that bomb site means that when this smoke comes in, you're really going to be keeping your eye on Twist over at short to try and be the real sole defender. Crims is going to get cut out in quite a big way if these smokes go down, but they haven't thrown any yet. They try and peek it, and that might be something they come to regret. They managed to get on by, and actually S-Tag chiming in on one with a Cillian. Twist gets Molotoved off, and the dry peek across the crossroads there works out brilliantly for Heroic. They just have to deal with Twist, and right now, not missing anything.
Nice nade though, Cillian getting tagged, and JW, he didn't hit it earlier on, but this time switches to the CZ, and that's even better. Full clip, but enough bullets land to take the frag, and Mertz is smoked off. He cannot stop that bomb defuse. He doesn't know exactly what angle they're on it, if they're on it at all. But it's not even planted for him. It's planted to the left side. He gets the tag to JW, but this round is done. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is an unfortunate way to lose, and even though he grabs the kills as a consolation, that's still a round for Fnatic.
And if you're Heroic, right, I mean, I think Heroic are still looking like, you know, pound for pound right now, like the better team in this matchup. It's like they've given away a few rounds that they shouldn't, but that's going to start to get in your head, you imagine, at some point. You know, what you think about it, there's been, what, you know, 2 rounds where it's like, there was really no business in Fnatic winning them, and Heroic making a few blunders here and there.
Oh, nice.
It's a nice boost. Twist gifted the vision over the top of the smoke there, courtesy of Crims down in mid.
I don't know how that doesn't get punished, though. I know he gets tagged, and so does Crims on the retreat, but there were 2 players already deep down mid because Mertz was covering their cross, or at least trying to. Still, Fnatic doing more and more damage. Scream's going to even come in and try and join the fray as Crims takes a kill to Asilian. Flashed off the angle. He's going to go back in for more. This is ballsy, but he's got the flash to help him. And S-Tag's still going to get the kill fully blind. Crims checking middle instead of his close left corner. Scream moving in for the cleanup crew. And it is just Modi left alone, but at least he's caught Twist out of position.
Yeah, he's catched what a very good timing there, rather. 1v2. Scream is up close. Exist is down in mid. He has to try and get this bomb, and he first has to find Scream, which he will. And now Modi. Swede v Swede. He's gone in for the AWP. Only 7 HP, so he's got to hit this on the initial peak, and Exist able to hold his own there. Finishes off Modi, a critical juncture for Fnatic. They're going to go to take the lead now in Dust2. Heroic starting to fall onto that back foot. The money's run out, Hugo. They once had it in abundance. Now it's nothing more than a little bit of change jingling around in those pockets.
And we'll get a scout out of it on Modi, but hey, there's a tag. There's something to work with. Oh, look at that. Underpass push. Or sorry, a lower tunnels push from JW. He's pulled out the MP5 as well, trying to be sneaky silent, but S-Tag is going to decapitate him straight away. Crims attempts the same, but this isn't North here. They're not that good with these MP5s. Scream, luckily, is going to be there to bail Crims out and put it back into a 4-on-4 with Heroic taking significant damage on 2 more of their players. They will group up towards short, but with only Exist here to try and defend this, he's got a lot to do, and only 1 player to do it. Luckily, rotations come through, and there's Twist at least here to support with the SMG as well. But Heroic have made their way to the site, and Asilian's found another frag, trying to duck below the bullets, but you're not Neo. Twist finds 2, and Firebug is all that stands, but not for much longer, I can only imagine.
Yeah, try as he might. That is just not a fight he's winning. Fantastic stuff from Twist, by the way. In these last few rounds, he's really come alive for Fnatic. He's been such an instrumental piece to picking up these last few rounds. And you can see top of the board, 14 kills to his name. Coming right behind is JW. It's Exist having a very, very quiet time of things right now. Polar opposite if you think about Mirage.
Yeah, top fragger, I think the server, definitely the team. That would make sense, I guess. And to fall off and now be on 3 kills is certainly not what we expected coming into this game, but at least some of the players that we wanted are here and ready to play. Mertz, 13-37 score on him as well, or 13-38 now after that previous round. Hey, that'll do it. Already found the opening kill. Call his name and he will strike. S-Tag as well, top of the board with Heroic. So we've got exactly who we really need for this map especially. Will it be enough? Because Fnatic is still holding a lead for the time being. Heroic with the man advantage in this round, though, the last of the half. Scream attempting to solo defend the B-bomb site, but he's got Exist in the CT spawn to try and take the attention away. He finds a kill. Crims does the same in middle, catching that 1 player, boosting up short. And now there are just 2 players left, desperately diving into this B-bomb site. Scream, he has to find them both, because his teammates aren't here just yet, and he's already started it off well. Mertz trading onto 1, trying to flick to Scream. He spots both players here, but he can't land the connecting blow.
Just Mertz players up close, and it is October because he's going to get hit by a screamer there. The jump scare of him up close, and that will be the round going the way of Fnatic. Tell you what, Scream's come alive in these last couple of rounds. Yeah. He, doing some fantastic stuff. I think coming in. I want to say now, I think 2nd for kills within Fnatic, maybe rivaled only by Twist. But definitely a turnaround when you take a look at that Mirage performance earlier on where he struggled so much. And I think that's what we need to see a little bit more of. I mean, when you think about it, there's been a lot of iconic kind of Scream moments on this map over the years. So, he is looking to try and roll back to some old habits. By the way, can I just say on Mertz and really coming alive here with the AWP in this map. Still, yet to see S-Tag done it all too much, I feel like. But,
they've been on the T side, though. You're not going to consistently run double AWPs on the T side. Barely ever see that as a factor. And think about how many, how this half went, right? Heroic won, or lost the first 3. They won 5 in a row. And if you're winning 5 in a row, you're not thinking, oh, we need to throw in a double AWP, we need to change things up. Then they get a reset, and they're thinking, okay, this is great. We just reset Fnatic. We definitely don't need a double AWP. They're going to be on pistols. And then Fnatic storm back with 5 rounds of their own, in which case Heroic don't have money during that period. So double AWP on the T side was never going to happen. However, now moving to the CT side, this is exactly where we expect to see that, especially on Dust2. I would be surprised if given the money, S-Tag doesn't buy that secondary AWP. I mean, Fnatic got it in their first rifle round, if we remember that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how dependence on the AWP works here for them on this CT side. But and are we going to see the double AWP board out? Only time will tell. Pistol round up first. Once again, I believe Mirage off the top of my head ended in a 9-6 half. Yeah, it did. So same sort of story here on Dust2. You can see the odds just as close as Mirage was as well, as provided to us by the wonderful people over at Betway. So Fnatic, take a look at the buy, Hugo. We have utility up on Exist. JW's got to hand and drop PT50s over to Crims and Twist. We've created too many raid bosses in this. Over here towards short. Twist finds one, but Mertz has been able to tap down two with a USP. The bomb's dropped at his feet as well. And now desperately trying to refrag this is the rest of the gang, but they're all getting shut down. Modi and S-Tag down here in mid. Going to be popping heads left and right, and that's Heroic locking in the pistol and round number 7.
Yeah, fantastic work from Mertz as well up on short. As you can see, great flashbang and 2 kills off the back of it. Exactly what Heroic needed to pull this game back into their favor. 7-9 and Fnatic in with a force buy, but how much they got to show from this? A scout on Twist, 4 pistols across the other players. Bomb already in tunnel here for Fnatic, but no B rushes today. Got to work out exactly how Heroic is set up on the CT side. If we think back to the start of this map, it was continual B rushes from Heroic's T side. And that was because Fnatic were consistently running a solo B player. They put more focus on middle with both Scream and Crims trying to knock that down. Whereas Heroic, they are not going for the same kind of setup. 2 on B themselves going to mean B rushes are very difficult, especially when Asilian's locking down mid like that, but he will only get 1. Crims trades, and even though he gets tagged down low, that's a nice trade to put Fnatic back in a 4-on-4.
Slowly but surely, they're going to go creeping on out over here towards mid. S-Tag does wait with bated breath. Still yet to spot anyone, and 3 players about to go walking in his crosshair. Down goes the smoke, and this is maybe a signal to S-Tag to find a more defensive position. They do suspect it, and there's JW in with the opener. Now all the pressure onto Modi, and he's got so many angles to watch. They double peek into him, and JW are going to find himself another kill in this round. It's just Mertz. Freiburg left alive, trying to retake it a 2-on-3. They've done a lot of damage, and Freiburg just goes barreling in. This man, no fear on him. He's going to take down 2, maybe even a 3rd, as Crims now finds himself trying to clutch, but it's not meant to be. And it's all on the back of the big balls of Freiburg.
Yeah, less than 40 HP for those 2 players, and they still find the retake. I mean, that is confidence. I like that from Freiburg as well. If you slow down in that situation, like most teams would, and allow Fnatic to take their post pass to set up their crossfires, Fnatic win that round every time. But instead, Freiburg just charges into the bomb site with an SMG, catches a player out in the open, kills a second one who didn't even realize that he dived through the window because, of course, that's such a crazy, ridiculous play. And yeah, it's going to work out. No idea how that works, but well done to Freiburg. And Heroic, after all, will win that second round of the half, which they definitely should have in a far more convincing fashion, considering the fact that Fnatic were only on pistols. But 9-8. Tactical timeout for Heroic. First one used this entire game as well, but definitely a good time for it, because they now need to work out, are Fnatic going to force? They got a bomb plant, they got 3 kills. Definitely, an option for Fnatic to buy up 2 AKs, maybe 3 pistols, or they could just stand with eco. We'll see. It is Fnatic after all, and yeah, 2 AKs, 2 pistols, and a scout. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Oh, sneaky beaky in towards short. The covert operation here from Fnatic. They go ahead and sneak players over into this position. Haven't made any noise yet, so not entirely sure as to the whereabouts of these players, but the smoke falling on Xbox hints that there could be players up on the catwalk. Now Asilian's going to start to hear the footsteps. He has Mertz to try and help him, and Mertz will actually lend a bit of a helping hand by finding 2. Asilian now just backs away. They have themselves a 4v3 once that bomb goes down, so they will be carrying that man advantage in the retake. And now they look to try and regroup and hit this bomb site together.
Yeah, definitely good that Asilian didn't commit to a fight there. It's important that you have the man advantage when coming into a retake like this. Allow Fnatic to get that bomb down, but Heroic are going to have the numbers. So they start to move back up short. Scream in the smoke. He's getting tagged, but not finished off. Once that phase, he's going to be very, very open. 14 HP. He needs to get out of there right now. They will smoke it off. Flash coming into the CT spawn. Freiburg back on long, taking down Scream. That nade could have been perfect, but it hits the sign, clips the corner. Doesn't seem to matter because Asilian's doing the damage instead, and he will find both on the retake. Heroic able to find it with 3 players alive, and yeah, Fnatic another bomb plant, but they shouldn't force off of that. They need to take an eco now.
Yeah, I like the idea from Fnatic, but sadly doesn't work out. A lot of that, just coming off the back of Mertz getting way more than he should have been out in the open in that sort of situation. Didn't actually have any support from Asilian. I think it was an angle that he didn't quite have vision of. So Mertz going above and beyond. Bit of an overachiever right now in this game. All tied up at 9-9 and no money for Fnatic, as you correctly pointed out. They've gone for a partial investment here. Exist throwing the AK over to Screams. They have faith here in the headshot machine, as he was often dubbed. Ooh, my Crim's looking to try and dethrone him, steal that title for himself. Finds the opener with a dig.
This is still a winnable round, which is kind of painful to say, but Fnatic are grouped up. And then again, Mertz got 2 from this position in the previous round. If he can replicate that success, and this is going to be a difficult one from Fnatic. There's the first Scream, though. Big entry. If Mertz goes down, this round is going to fall apart for Heroic. They can't afford to be down in a 2-on-4 up against Pistols. Twist has done exactly that. S-Tag flashing his way in his desperation play for Heroic. Straight into the site. The bomb's down, but S-Tag is as well. Crims is traded 1 for 1, and Moddy's now left to clutch, but Crims, surely not. 3 Deegs. And Fnatic are going to win the round. Screw the AK. The Deagle will do it itself. Oh, that's so stylish.
Crims is such
Come on.
Such a...
Come
oh my
on.
goodness, dude. Crims. That's not even legal. That's against the law.
No, that's not okay.
You can't even clap your hands anymore. You have to jazz hands it now. So how can you be doing stuff like that in the server? That's disrespect right there. But regardless, Fnatic, they've gone ahead and find themselves a 10th round, and now they've got rifles back in hand. They're looking that much more deadly. But oh my god, how has this happened? How's S-Tag here? He's gone on a journey. S-Tag's adventure all the way up through mid. And how does this end? Crims, looking like he read it. They do turn around and they expect S-Tag. His presence doesn't go unnoticed. Perhaps Crims getting a bit of a feeling he was being watched there.
Maybe they had the scope, but I don't know why he looked away all of a sudden. Very weird. Either way, Fnatic now with the man advantage, and dear oh dear, this is just the fact that Fnatic are in the lead now is ridiculous, because Heroic should have had this every single time. Moddy not ready for that bullet. Gift wrapped, sent home. Mertz will fire back with a scout, but oh my god, he hits that no scope. Not gonna get the kill, but whew. Just Mertz things, man. 2 players up for Heroic, and that round is done. They are too far away. Down on long. Freiburg's already been picked off by Exist at the top of middle, and Asilian, he trades, but it's not going to account for too much. This is a done deal. He's just trying to hold onto a gun, try and bring something forward to the next round, and look at how fast Fnatic are already encroaching his position. JW's in the spawn. We've got a man walking up top mid. That's Twist. Very low, so got to be careful. And JW, he'll probably check this spot. Oh, he's been seen. He's been spotted. There it is. Asilian gets the kill. Twist close as well. Not sure if he caught him there. He should hear him if Twist starts to run, and in fact, he may have to because the time is low. That bomb is going off right here, right now. Oh, no way he gets away with it. That's so lucky for Asilian.
Well, I mean, you say lucky. It is the best of a bad situation that he's able to stay alive at the very end, but still, just the 1 rifle brought forward. That's going to be a worrying prospect here for Heroic. Fnatic standing on the verge of picking up a 12-9 lead here over the Scandinavian mix. But right now, somehow, they've got this B-bomb site for free. Heroic stacking everyone over here towards A. Yeah, took a gamble. They have the 1 rifle now. They can look to try and... So they don't have to try and do anything here. The bomb goes down. Fnatic will be picking up a 12th. And if you're Heroic, you just sort of all flock together and maybe into pit.
Yeah, defend that 1 AK. be the weak bodyguards. Quite literal bodyguards. They should stand in front of him. Take the bullets, Mr. President. Get down. Oh, hello. Cheeky. Oh, why did he left click?
Also, that was a pretty nice shot from Scream.
Yeah.
180 round
That would have
like
been
that.
a kill if he right clicked. I know left click will give you more range, so maybe that he was worried about that, and he was scared of another player pushing down V ramp, which is why he ran. I can see that. But if you left click, there's no way you're winning that fight. Even in the backstab, left click. I mean, look, it did 90 damage. Right click it, mate. Right click.
Well, sadly, no knife money for Modi, but a 12th round on the verge for Fnatic. So, Bye coming back in here for the heroic boys. Mert's gonna be on the AWP. There's no secondary AWP in sight. We haven't seen F-Tag really dotting that all too much. And JW, me bringing out the AWP for Fnatic.
To be fair, this money has been a mess, though. Heroic have not had a chance to build up a huge bank because of those 2 pistol rounds that Fnatic won. Oh, sorry, not 2 pistol rounds, but one that they did damage and then one that they actually won. So, maybe in the future, but for now, it's going to be Fnatic leading this one. JW up on long, the AWP v AWP battle. Mert has the angle, Pixel of JW's side, and they'll chop off his leg like that. So, man advantage taken for Heroic, and considering Mertz doesn't have armor as well, that's an important kill to take.
Oh. Gonna try and be chubby checker as we twist again over here in mid. Out he goes, rest of the guys behind. Window has been able to find exist, but now has Twist hot on his heels, and he's not going to get the reload off in time. Twist maybe a little bit more here as he's bought precious time for Scream to exit out from the tunnels and dispatch of Modi 3v3. These rotations are a very long way away, and Heroic now kind of dealing with that inner battle. Do they try and go for this? Freiburg clearing out mid. The rest of the guys have now arrived. Only a little bit of time has ticked off, and they do still have 2 flashbangs to try and make this work. A Molotov on Twist, though, with no smoke to extinguish it, could be the deciding factor in this retake for Fnatic.
Well, in they go with a flashbang. Asilian's first in, but he's got his back turned to the real threat. That is these players behind the box. Twist able to finish it off. It somehow traded down to a 1v1. And yeah, that's a double peak coming out from Fnatic between the tunnels and the site. So not too bad. Heroic. They are starting to crumble, Harry. It's 13-9. They haven't had a round since those conversions of this pistol. So even though they got the pistol with the conversions, I mean, still they're down 13-9. This is pretty well done from Fnatic. Exist is going to get tagged early on. I'm not sure if that's the tag from the scout, I can imagine. 2 tags, and S-Tag finally converts one of them into the kill. Crims has been removed. Freiburg's low up on short, but he doesn't care. He's still taking the deegs. Scream getting a taste of his own medicine, and now somehow Heroic in a 5v4, because, sorry, 4v3. They've got the man advantage still after that kill from Twist, who will check the site. Asilian, Dink, not going to be enough here for the frag. Fnatic are up on the A site, but all 3 of them are low, and this means Heroic can easily actually win this round. They've got double scout. Both these players left on 14 HP. Both make that just 1. It's only Twist left up. He grabs the AWP because he has to go for the one-shot ability, because Heroic, they both have that on him.
Yeah, he's got to ace it for the win here. He does have the bomb on his back at the very least in Twist. He's not been too shy of fielding a few high performances here for Fnatic. And all the way around through long, anticipating that maybe someone from Heroics tried to do the dirty and go for this flank on round. Not the case right now as Modi's positioned over towards short. S-Tag there as well. Twist gonna start to head towards this A-bomb site, and unluckily enough for him, that's where both Heroic players reside. And down in CT isn't checking the angle right now, so Twist might get across. He might be able to get this bomb down. Hear the footsteps now. These rotations come on through. Twist 1v2 and an ace required. S-Tag, though, has the perfect weapon to land the jump shot with. Doesn't even matter because Modi's going to go ahead and finish things off from short first. So Heroic stealing a round away from Fnatic. Going to be picking themselves up a 10th here.
Hey, anything you can do, we can do better, Heroic say. As Fnatic win ecos in the past, Heroic go and do the exact same. With scouts and pistols, they make it work. Still, this gives Fnatic the opportunity to try and find a reset in this round. That would be their best case scenario. put Heroic back down to pistols, which, well, do seem to be threatening. Double AWP is instantly in, Harry. We've waited a long time, but Heroic have finally got the funds to pull it up. Mertz and S-Tag going to be one down on that B site. That's S-Tag, and then Mertz himself playing up on the A site from Car. We'll commonly see him switch between here and long, but Freiburg does like long himself, so he'll be deep in the pit. Actually, closer to the door, sorry, as Mertz comes in for support. That may be mistimed, because Fnatic have just taken short control as I say that. I like that angle. That's a Goblin angle.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few of them, Hugo.
There's quite a
There's
lot.
a few of those little goblin-y, gremlin-y types out there. But not going to get to see any of them just yet. Minute left anyway. Play about to come on in from Fnatic, perhaps over here towards this A bomb site. But you can see that bomb's looking a little bit hesitant, not too dedicated over here towards A, as it does reside on short right now. Still plenty of time left for them to change their mind, although now edging their way forward. They have to try and contend with Mertz. Heroic with 3 players inside of B. Does leave this A defense a little bit high and dry in terms of these rotations that look to come through. And a lot of this pressure falls on to Mertz now, walking into his crosshair. Doesn't quite find the shot. The bomb's going to go down. It's a 5v5 in the retake. Welcome to the retake server, as now the pressure's on for Heroic.
Harry, this isn't a retake server. The T's aren't pushing yet. Fnatic are holding on. It's going to be left to Heroic to get aggressive. And nice flashbang from Crims, but he won't be able to follow up. He gets wallbanged down to 30 HP, but just him being here is going to be enough of a nuisance that Heroic have to commit to CT spawn rather than retake from short. Great shot from Mertz. S-Tag's also going to get the kill onto Crims in middle, and now Heroic run for the gun. Twist on the site, 1 kill from him. So much damage, but Asilian repeats back up, and it's just trades back and forth till Scream is all that stands, but the bomb is for him. Asilian jumping on it. He's going to fully commit, and Scream can stop this right here, right now. He does exactly that, and taps for more. Bombed over, round done, and Fnatic, they're going to pick it up.
I'm having good flashbacks right now. You know, some of the vintage Scream plays that we see on Dust2. That was fantastic. Scream, you know, the last line of defense, the only man who can do anything to help them. And he does so absolutely brilliantly. What a spectacle as well to find Fnatic their 14th round. He digs deep. And, I mean, just what a round. There we go. Really showing his... I was going to say his worth. He's had a few hit and miss games, but stepping up in this one, maybe a sign of things to come from him. Who knows?
I think he's top of the board now. After that round. Not too bad. So 14-10 here, Harry, and you know what that is? That's a big old reset right there. Exactly what we feared for Heroic's case if they were to lose that previous round, and they did. So look at the money here. It's pistols, it's scouts. Okay.
It might only be pistols and scouts, but when those are in the hands of a man like S-Tag, you know, you can never write them off. Although that said, Fnatic setting up outside of this B bomb site, slowly but surely creeping on in. There's no one here right now. S-Tag's now taking up position, and while he does tag Crims, I was going to say, he should have been dealt with there. He's still allowed to keep re-kicking into his bodies in the back. So much damage being done. Still the frags are rolling in for Fnatic. Heroic is still in with a chance of retaking this bomb site. 3v4, that bomb still yet to go down, and they're already here. Almost everyone, at least. There is still one man deep within the depths of T-spawn. That's Freiburg. So we're looking at Mertz and Asilian to try and get this job done. They're assembling a quick boost. Doesn't see anything. So much damage done right now. They just need 1 or 2 kills to go their way. It's not happening. No, Twist is holding his own. He's been just fantastic to watch. A real delight across both of these maps, and Freiburg and Mertz, there should be absolutely no way back into this. Freiburg does manage 1 kill at the very least, but it can't help but feel like more of a consolation prize at this point. He runs away, looks to try and hold on to the AK into the next round. Match point here for Fnatic.
Oh, that's a kick in the teeth for Heroic, especially considering how low those Fnatic players were in the post plant. If they had maybe better equipped with rifles rather than AWPs, Heroic certainly could have given that a go, but it will be Fnatic, as you say, to get map and match point for this final map of these two teams. 15-10 here, and Heroic cobbling together what little they have in terms of money. It's only the 2-round loss bonus at this point, so that's only $1,900, and they spent every penny in the previous, albeit being unsuccessful. These saved guns are going to be worth their weight in gold. And let's see if Heroic can keep this game going or if it will be Fnatic bouncing back and splitting this series 1-1 after all.
Well, this could be the final round of what has been a very fantastic, turbulent matchup here on Dust2 and Fnatic. Looking to rejuvenate, looking to try and relive some of those glory days of old. And just as you say it, a man who's used to making history, that's JW, finding the early frag down through mid. Man advantage gained here for Fnatic. They're setting up in towards this B bomb site. Scream. Progressing in through mid for the time being. Aggression. Ooh, Crims runs out of ammo. Modi being gifted a kill there. This B bomb site's now open for business though. Modi waiting in the tunnels. Players looking to try and deal with him. That bomb goes down for Fnatic here regardless.
Yeah, they've gone behind him.
Missed shot there. He's definitely feeling the heat, and that Molotov going to kick things up yet another notch. Line down here in mid, and that Scream is undetected for now, but Mertz is able to trade. With W just keeping Modi trapped in here, and they're finally able to sandwich him and cut him out of this round. It's just Asilian and Mertz, and one by one they fall. Asilian never even gets to see the action, and that will be Fnatic picking up this second map. Dominant fashion as well, 16-10. And, you remember all these historical performances of Fnatic. You love to see it, don't you? Because, they're turning back the years, Hugo.
Yeah, certainly nice to see them actually have some success despite all these roster changes and problems they've been going through in the last few weeks. So Fnatic are back for now, and Heroic are going to split that series 1-1 with them. However, we are done for this moment. We're going to be throwing over to Chad and Trace.
Thanks very much, guys. Yes, it was a much more one-sided affair, at least 16-10 in the way of Fnatic here. Splitting maps tonight, and of course, Chad, let's try to maybe make some sense here and talk a little bit about the things that we see on Dust2 that really do stick out.
No, I was thinking, Trace, I was thinking that the Scream and Twist combo really got to break out of their shell there. And you know what? I got a phone call. Luckily, we had that bloody Armory video on because the Deagles, they're out in full force. Those low-buy rounds were the key to Fnatic's success as I put this thing away.
Yeah,
but
we don't
you
do
saw,
that in the studio.
Yeah,
so.
sorry, man. But when you look at this game, it was those early stages on that CT side where the force buy rounds or the Deagle rounds or the pistol upgrades really came to fruition for Fnatic. And then in the second half, they're even able to win that fourth round where they only had that one AK. They went into that A bomb site. Felt like the CT was going to get more on that A ramp. Those are the pivot rounds. Those are the rounds where the skill that we talk about within a roster like this can really shine and do its best work.
And perhaps one of these was the hashtag play faster moment. But the reality is here, Mertz putting a ton of pain down range there, locking in over 180 yard going into that last round. And I guess if we think about this over on the Fnatic side, easily this was a Twist and Scream show, but this Deagle shot may just be the play safe, or the pay safe, play faster.
The Vodafone play faster moment, but there's pay safe. But here's the thing, right? This is what we were talking about, those Deagles. We saw them show up time and time again. They're very influential. Maybe the players knew that we were doing that Armory video.
I think so, because that was a little insane.
Yeah.
It's a really flashy, really flary sort of situation. But again, yes, Twist and Scream combining for over just around 50 kills, something like that.
Pretty nice.
Bodes well, potentially, for this lineup, depending where it goes. But we don't know if Scream sticks around. We know that Twist is locked in. We don't know about Scream, though.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's good to see positive signs out of him, but we don't really know what the future of this team is going to be. I think when we look at this team going forward, we know the skill's there. That's not the denying factor. It is, can they get it done? Can they actually play modern Counter-Strike? Because we know in past iterations of Fnatic, they've been fantastic at low buys. They've been fantastic at just playing off of each other, the chemistry. But modern-day Counter-Strike, Trace, is more than that nowadays.
It is, Chad. There's, in fact, a lot more to it than Jordan Nothing Gilbert running around shooting people in the dome piece.
Yeah, and that's probably why players like Jordan and I, we don't play anymore, because we're not good.
Say that one more time just for everyone to...
No, Jordan's good. I'm bad. I would never say anything bad about Jordan. But
I
look,
would.
I think that, on the flip side of saying, oh, yeah, cool, they got a lot of Deagle kills and they won those low-buy moments, you have to look at Heroic and you have to ask yourself, or they have to ask themselves the question, how do we tighten that up? Because you shouldn't be getting wrecked in that fashion. Sure, sometimes the guy's going to hit some crazy 1-digs like we did see, but it's not going to happen all the time. So you just need to think about how you're going to address those rounds. It is online Counter-Strike. We do know it's a little bit scrappier. We do know it is a little bit more... I guess, sporadic in certain scenarios. But here tonight, I guess Heroic have to be happy with the one map.
And they're just ever so closer to Odense. And honestly, it's just down the road from here.
It's not really.
I mean, they're getting closer.
You and I were in the shuttle there last year together. It was you,
really not that
me.
close.
Who else was in there?
It was the morning shuttle, right?
There was someone else.
Are we talking about on the way there?
On the way there. You, me, and someone else.
Maybe we were just coming from Kiev to there. No?
We're coming from somewhere. DreamHack Winter.
Yeah.
They lost my bag. They lost my bag on a 45-minute flight.
And this, if you're just tuning in, is the actual breakdown of Chad Spud Burchill. Not much that we can do for the Sponge, but unfortunately, that's what it's going to be. Fnatic and Heroic do split maps tonight, and I guess that does tee us up for what will be the next game of the night. And a big Astralis, and wow, this one does have some real girth to it, Chad.
Well, this is mainly because of how good Astralis are looking at the moment. If they're able to take a map off of the gods, even though it is an online realm, Big are going to be looking fan-bloody-tastic. Because by those power rankings, which we showed you all yesterday, Astralis, #1 team in the world. Doesn't matter about the realm, they're still the GOATs.
Astralis, #1, not to be confused with any of the other scheduling that we have going on. In fact, let's take a look at it. I promise you the schedule, and I do deliver. You can take a look at the numbers from tonight. It does look like North has come through triumphantly with 2 maps. As Fnatic and Heroic have split 16-13 over there. First on Mirage, and then Dust2, as we just saw. Now going into what will be Train and Inferno between Big and Astralis.
Yeah, over there on the secondary stream going right now is Hellraisers versus North on Overpass. The first half 9-6, so you can jump in and grab all of that action. But as we move forward, the biggest storyline for me on that secondary stream has to be, can the Ninjas in Pajamas get a victory?
Yeah, I think it'll be a start. Not a strong start, but it'll be a start to this ESL Pro League Season 8 for them. Either way, we're going to go to a quick break. When we do that, we're coming back with the last 2 maps of Matchday #2 for ESL Pro League Season 8. And, of course, you don't want to miss that because me and Chad will be here in the Intel Esports Arena the entire time. Shout out Intel. Shout out Intel big time. We'll be right back.